Hello students, welcome back once again to physics class. In this today's video, we have to discuss about the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. But this capacitance we will discuss for three different cases. That is when the air is between the two plates. Second is that when the dielectric slab is between the plates. And third is that when a conducting slab is kept between the plates. So basically we have to define the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor in these three ways. Okay, before starting, first of all you should know that what is a capacitor and how it works. That actually you should know first of all, right? Once you know what is capacitor and how it works, what is the purpose of capacitor, then easily you will understand about this topic. Okay, so first of all I will discuss here the first case, that is when air is filled between the plates. Okay, let us say that we are having, suppose here, such type of two plates. Okay, let us say one of them is positively charged and say other is negatively charged. So therefore I can say simply, let us say this is as plus Q plate and this place acts as minus Q plate. So in this way we can define these two plates, plus Q and minus Q. These are the charges on that two plates. Okay, now let us say that the separation between these two plates is D. D is the separation between that two plates, right? And further, let us say that the surface area of the plate is capital A and surface charge density is, suppose here, sigma. Okay, these are the things that actually we have to understand first of all here. Okay, now electric field between the plates. If I assume each plate as infinite charged conductor, then the field between the two plates will be given by E equal to sigma upon epsilon 0. How it is coming here? If we take the field for a say infinite plate, then the electric field can be given by E equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. Okay, but as this X is a positively charged plate and Y is a negatively charged plate, that's why field outside these plates, it will be simply 0. Only field will exist between this gap, between X and Y. So that electric field is here E equal to sigma upon epsilon 0. If you add sigma upon 2 epsilon 0 plus sigma upon 2 epsilon 0, this will give E equal to sigma upon epsilon 0. So this is the electric field. Okay, now why we are defining electric field here? Because we have to use a definition of capacitance, that is C equal to Q upon V, and by using that definition we want to replace V in terms of E. Let's go ahead. So further we can say that here from definition of capacitance, what is that? It is C equal to Q by V, that is charge per unit potential, right? Now we can replace here Q and V. How it is C? We can write here C equal to sigma into A upon E into D. How it is coming? See, we have surface charge density sigma equal to Q upon A, right? So from here I can write Q is equal to sigma into A, right? This thing is that. Further we can replace this V as E into D. How it is coming? It is coming from the relation between E and V. Okay, for this given setup, the gap between these two plates is D, and let us say that the potential difference existing between these two plates is V. Then obviously we can write here that E equal to V upon D from the relation, if I take the modulus here. Okay, so that's why this V becomes E into D. So this is the relation for E and V, and we can write now here C equal to sigma into A upon E into D. Let's simplify further. Now put the value of E here. We can write C equal to epsilon 0 sigma into A upon sigma into D. Try to see here how it is coming now. This sigma upon epsilon 0 is nothing but E from this relation. Okay, so if I replace that value here, then we will get that equation here. And further if I simplify it, we will have C equal to epsilon 0 A upon D. So this is the capacitance when air or say vacuum is present between the two plates. In this way we can define the capacitance for air filled parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so this is about the first thing. Now let's go for the second case. But before going to second case, let's have a quick recap. Okay, already we have discussed about the electrostatics of conductors and dielectrics. So from that point we have learned certain things about the dielectrics, particularly that when dielectric is kept in the external electric field, what is its behavior. We also discussed about the concept of polar molecules and non-polar molecules. So let us say that here we are having a dielectric slab here. Let us say there are some intrinsic dipole moments present in the plate, but they are randomly oriented due to thermal agitations. So due to thermal agitation, what happens? These dipole moments, they can be reshuffled, they can be go from here to there and like that. Just one thing make clear here, it is not the exact picture what I am trying to show here, but you try to understand that the dipole moments are arranging randomly. That actually I want to show here, right? So once external field is applied, all dipole moments, they will be aligned along the external electric field. Okay, and that's why the net dipole moment will be along the electric field which we are applying here. So this thing is generally called as the polarization, that already you have learned. So this first fact, first of all, we should know. Okay, now let's move ahead. Now let us say that we want to find out here the capacitance when we are having, suppose here, the dielectric slab introduced between the two plates. Let us say these are the two plates, and say the first plate is positively charged, second plate is negatively charged. Okay, and if I study the field pattern now here, the field pattern between these two plates is something like this, as shown in this diagram. Okay, now we are introducing a dielectric slab like this between these two plates. Okay, now this dielectric slab will have some charges. These charges are supposed like this, minus plus, such type of pairs. Now what will happen? Due to polarization effect, the charges will shift like this. Negative will go toward that side, toward the positive of the external field, and the positive charge will be shifted toward this side because of the attraction from this negative side, or say repulsion from that positive side. So this realignment of the charges within the dielectric slab itself give rise to the internal electric field. Let me call this as EI. Okay, it is called as the internal electric field. At the same time, the plates, they are giving also electric field here, which I am showing here now in that white arrow. Okay, let us say it is, suppose, EE. EE is the external electric field here, right? Now if I try to study that what is the exact field or net electric field inside dielectric slab, that is, suppose here some E net equal to E dash. Though that arrow is looking to be certain outside that slab also, but it is only confined for the slab itself. Just make sure about that. That is the electric field inside the dielectric slab. Let us say it is, suppose, E net or E dash. Now again, same definition we can use for capacitance, and simply we can put the values here. Further, let us say that for our convenience, the surface area is, suppose, capital A, D is the plate separation, and T is the thickness of that dielectric slab. Okay, so that first of all you have to make sure. Here let us say it is D, this entire gap, and this thickness is T. Okay, let us go ahead now. So we can write here, suppose C dash equal to here Q upon V dash. Since I am now putting some material here, I am not calling capacitance as simply C here, I am calling, suppose, C dash. And as we know that for the air, electric field will be equal to E0 equal to sigma upon epsilon 0, as we have discussed in the previous case. Now this electric field is not for the entire region here. It is only up to wherever we are having the air. Means excluding the slab, electric field will be equal to simply here sigma upon epsilon 0. Now just put the values here. We can write here C dash equal to Q upon E0 into D minus T plus E dash into T. How it is coming? See here, if I think about this particular gap, okay, in this gap this portion is t and this remaining portion is d minus t divided by 2, and this also remaining is d minus t divided by 2. So if I add that d minus t divided by 2, d minus t divided by 2, this becomes simply d minus t. It means between this gap, okay, the electric field is E0. It means the potential difference or potential is E0 into d minus t. Just now we have discussed in the previous case. From that also you can understand this thing. Okay, and for this remaining slab we can write E dash into t, where E dash is the electric field, net electric field inside the slab. Okay, now further if I use the concept of here dielectric constant, we can write here E dash is equal to E0 upon K, where K is the dielectric constant. Okay, so by using this information, if I replace the values here, I can write C dash equal to Q upon E0 d minus t plus E0 upon K into t. I have simply replaced E dash here. Now take that E0 common here. What will happen? C dash will be equal to here sigma into A. Now I am replacing this Q in terms of sigma into A. Okay, so this is about the fact. Now further, if we solve further, we can write here C dash equal to epsilon 0 sigma into A upon sigma into d minus t plus t by K. How it is coming? If I replace the value of this E0 is nothing but sigma upon epsilon 0. So on putting this value here, we are getting here like this. What is that? C dash equal to epsilon 0 sigma into A upon sigma into d minus t plus t upon K. And if I simplify, I can write C dash equal to epsilon 0 A upon d minus t plus t upon K. This is the capacitance or the capacity when you are introducing dielectric slab between that two plates of the parallel plate capacitor. Now let me take a special case here. What is that? If T equal to D, it means the width of the slab is equal to the gap between that two plates or the separation between that two plates. What will happen then? Simply this d minus t in this equation, this will become 0, right? And once it is 0, then we can write here C dash equal to epsilon 0 into K into A upon D. Look at the equation carefully further. This epsilon 0 A upon D, what is that? It is the capacity when air is between that two plates having separation D. So let me call it as C0. C0 is the capacitance when air is filled. Okay, so that's why we can write here now that C dash equal to KC0. But remember, this is the case only when the dielectric slab is having the thickness exactly equal to the separation between that two plates. So this is about the capacity when dielectric slab is introduced between two plates. Now let's go ahead and we'll try to introduce here the third case, that is when conducting slab is introduced between that two plates. Theory is same, only the concepts from electrostatics of conductors now you have to use here. So same thing, let us say we are having two plates. The first plate is positively charged, second plate is negatively charged. The field will be like this between that two plates, and now we are introducing the conducting slab. Just like dielectric slab, the conducting slab will also have the positive and negative charge pairs. Due to external field, these charges can be separated out like this. Now this gives rise to an internal electric field, let us say some EI. At the same time, the plates are giving external electric field. Due to these two combined effects, what will happen? Inside the conductor, electric field is always 0. That first of all you should know from the electrostatics of conductors. So once you know that fact, we can simply say that here EE and EI, these two fields, they are cancelling out each other, right? And that's why the net field, that is E net or say E dash, that becomes equal to here 0. inside the conductor there is no field. So that's why we can write the for the later the equations are same here, A, D and T, all these things. Okay, let us say that now here C dash equal to here Q upon V dash, just like the previous case, and electric field E0 equal to here sigma upon epsilon 0. Okay, so I can write here C dash equal to Q upon E0 D minus T plus E dash by T, E dash into T. Now you know how well, very well here how it is coming. Okay, but what about E dash here? E dash is 0, so that's why inside this the potential is 0. We can assume like that. Okay, so that's why what will happen now here? This equation simply turns C dash equal to Q upon E0 into D minus T. Now put the value of E0. What is E0 here? E0 is this one, sigma upon epsilon 0. So if I replace this value here, I can write here C dash equal to epsilon 0 sigma A upon sigma into D minus T after putting the value of E0. Just cancel out sigma now here. If this sigma and this sigma is cancelled out, what you will get? You will get C dash equal to epsilon 0 A upon D minus T. So this is the capacity when a conducting slab is introduced between two plates. Right? So this is about the concept of capacitance when a conducting slab is introduced. Okay, just have a quick revision now for all these things. We'll take here the cases that which material we are putting inside that slab plates and what is the capacitance. So for the case of vacuum we got C equal to epsilon 0 A upon D, right? For the case of dielectric slab we get C dash equal to epsilon 0 A upon D minus T plus T by K, and for the case of conducting slab we got C dash equal to epsilon 0 A upon D minus T. These are the capacities when different type of materials are introduced between the plates. Okay, now it's a time for homework for you. Okay, I am putting a simple homework. Just now I have given the summary. Okay, the homework is that arrange capacitance in ascending order when conductor, insulator and air is introduced between plates of capacitor. Okay, this is the homework for you. Already we have derived all the equations here. Simply think about them and try to give answer for this question. It's very simple question. Okay, easily also you can solve this question. Okay, so as far as this video is to be concerned, the discussion is almost over now. Okay, I hope that you have understood very well that how to find or how to calculate capacitance when various types of materials are introduced between the plates, and you also understood what is the effect of different materials between the plates of the capacitor, right? So for today's we'll stop here. Okay, you take care of yourself very well. Okay, and be at home. Thank you very much.